Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode. I'm Yasmyn.
And I'm Madison.
And this is MYLFS Podcast.
Also known as Madison, Yasmyn, and Little Friends.
First of all, we're going to get guests on very soon. We know we've had so many requests to have more guests on the podcast, and
it's coming, guys. We promise.
It's coming. It's just kind of hard because there's not a lot of people right around us. We're in such a I feel isolated area.
Yeah, no, Delaware's so little, and who the hell is from Delaware?
Exactly. So it's kind of hard to find people that are close by.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to travel. So if there are people that want to travel to Delaware and be on the podcast, please message us. If you're serious, do it.
Yeah. I was gonna say comment down below if you want to be on. Or
DM us
or tag people down below
that you want to see.
Yeah, that should be on. Other moms and creators, whatever.
Even if they're not a mom, just someone interesting.
Exactly.
You want to collab with us too.
Yes. I just wanted to say that before we get into this episode, because we're kind of going to be talking about other influencers on this episode. So and just being an influencer.
It's our career, social media, being quote unquote an influencer.
Yeah, or creator, online creator.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into it, we have the question of the week, obviously, and it is from Eleanor. It was a _ L number. So if that's you, thank you for the question. But it's jobs you would want if social media wasn't an option. This is a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I feel people ask me that all the time. What would you be doing if you didn't do social media? I've always been a really creative person, so definitely something else where I could utilize that. I guess music, but I guess that's not a super realistic option. It's not that easy to just make a living off of music. For a while I wanted to be an ultrasound tech, which is a very specific.
Same.
Yeah,
That's so funny. In high school I was
really?
I thought about it.
Well, when I was pregnant with Layla, I just had to go to so many ultrasounds. I had 2 ultrasounds every week, sometimes more. I just got very interested in it and got really close with a lot of the techs that would do my ultrasounds.
Ultrasounds are the best. Yeah. I loved going to them.
I feel that would be such a fulfilling job, getting to show pregnant moms their babies, but also hard because...
I was gonna say the reason I didn't do it was because of the people that do come in and it's not the best time of their life, you know?
Right, yeah, having to deliver really terrible news to somebody would be hard.
I don't know if I could be able to give that news to somebody.
Yeah, which goes for anyone in the medical field.
Yeah. Plus you have to be... you don't deliver the news, you sit there and, see it, and you have to keep a straight face, and then the doctor does it, but I'm I think I would just cry. I think if I saw it, I would just, break down, and you can't break down for, the people in the
At
room.
Work, yeah.
So it's, I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah. But I was really interested in it because I honestly, was not fond of the idea of going to college for, 4 years plus.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a 2-year degree, maybe not even.
You can go to Del Tech and get it
in less than 2 years, right?
Yeah, you have, I think it is 2 years.
Yeah. And you also make a decent salary, so.
And I'm sure you get insurance.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, that's one of the main jobs that I was thinking about getting into. Did you have other ones?
I feel I'm all over the place because I even still think about it now, as something else that I could do. But I've thought about real estate and taking classes for that.
Oh wait, have you taken actual classes for it?
Yeah, I have an online class, but I just haven't finished it.
Wait, so can you still do that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I think
you can just pick up where you left off.
Yeah, and I probably will finish it because I feel it is a good option for me if I still want to make sure I'm still doing social media and then have real estate on the side.
Right.
I thought about being a social worker.
Oh yeah.
But I also don't think I would be able to handle it emotionally.
Yeah, that's another hard one.
Ultrasound tech.
Yeah.
A teacher. An adoption, person who does adoptions and stuff.
Yeah, just runs the...
Yeah, a agency kind of thing. And all over the place. Trophy wife. That's my number one. No,
number one.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. Having a lot of options, things you want.
Yeah, but I feel I'm not a go into work 9 to 5 kind of girl.
Yeah, honestly, who is? I guess it's for some people, but...
For some people, but, like, for me, I'd rather have, like, my own business, like, running something on my own, being my own boss.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what that would entail.
Yeah, I feel like more recently, people have been sharing so much more about the fact that there's way more options than just, like, a 9-to-5. Whereas, like, growing up, I always kind of thought, like, one day I'm gonna work 9-to-5, 5 days, you know, like, 9 days
every
a week.
day.
5 days a week.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like there's way more options, like, that people don't know about. Especially now with, like, social media.
But doesn't it make you wonder, too, like, if so many people want to do... like,
other things. Who's going to take
those
jobs?
The 9-to-5 jobs?
Exactly. I always, like, worry about that. I just saw a TikTok, actually, today, of this guy, and he was like, stop trying to be an influencer. We need electricians. It was, like, the most random thing, but I was like, yeah, like...
like, that's true. But I feel like, honestly, like, realistically, I would keep pursuing real estate. Yeah, I feel like I would be good at that.
You can make your own schedule.
Make my own schedule, actually, be my own boss.
Our new, like, nanny is also did real estate.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe she can...
really interesting. Yeah, she can help you.
Yeah, help me out.
Yeah, Logan also thought about it, too.
He would be good at that. He's very good at selling things.
Yeah, same with Colby. I feel like the two of them together could
maybe
just, like...
me, Colby, and Logan, like, start a brokerage.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Have, like, our own little...
real estate company.
Yeah. I feel like that would look...
Okay, wait. Did you ever watch, like, Selling Sunset?
I didn't.
Oh, my gosh. I feel like you would actually love it.
Maybe I need to watch it.
Oh, you need to. It's on Netflix, and it's, like, a bunch of very hot and, like, rich girls that all, like, work at this, like, real estate brokerage in LA. And they sell, like, mansions, like, in the Hollywood Hills.
That's, like, kind of what I want to go for is, like, Bethany, Rehoboth,
yeah, this
like,
is
the
a great
bigger...
place to get into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, it's a cool show because it also, like, gets into their drama and stuff. It's, like, two twin guys that run it, and then, but all the actual people selling houses are, like, hot girls.
Oh, perfect. Maybe...
It's really fun to watch.
Maybe I should be a part of the show.
You should. You should go sign up.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like I'd like to just, like, my dream job is doing social media.
Yeah.
So I'd like to keep pursuing that as long as I can.
Yeah, honestly, same. I love doing it. And even if I don't always do, because my main thing is YouTube, but even if I don't always, like, vlog and do the same kind of style of things on YouTube, I'd love to, like, use the platform that we've already created to branch off into other things. Kind of just like this, like, making this podcast.
Exactly.
Like, there's, like, so many other opportunities that we have.
I feel like yours is definitely YouTube. And then I feel like you have been growing really good on TikTok.
Yeah. But honestly, TikTok has been more of, like, a for fun thing. Like, to be honest, I don't make that much money from TikTok.
No, you don't. Like, unless you have, like, a brand deal on TikTok.
But I don't even really do many brand deals.
Yeah, but I've noticed you don't really do brand deals on TikTok.
Yeah, and I've even been, like, trying to, but it's, like, not as easy to find.
No.
Which is surprising because so many people are, like, TikTok is their main, like, source of income. But for me, like, even though I've, like, been doing well on TikTok, it's not, we don't make our money from TikTok. Mostly, like.
So it's more like a...
It's more like a side thing. That's kind of fun. I feel like that's just interesting. I feel like a lot of TikTokers don't talk about, or just, like, influencers, creators don't talk about, like, the money side of it. And I feel like everyone's always curious, like, how much do you really make?
Yeah, on TikTok, I don't make much on TikTok.
Yeah.
Unless I do get, like, a brand deal, which is, like, I don't know, I feel like I get more on Instagram than anything.
Yeah.
Which I actually prefer Instagram. Right.
Yeah, same. I think so, too. I make the most from brand deals. I get the most, like, hype on TikTok.
Well, your TikTok is, like, unfiltered after dark Yasmyn, and it's, like...
Because
elite.
For some reason, I feel like TikTok is, like, just a safe space because most of my, like, relatives don't use TikTok. Yeah. But then I'll see, like, a random uncle, like, comment or something, like and I'm like, oh, shoot, like, they see my TikToks.
No, like, my grandparents follow me on TikTok and, like, my aunts and everything, so I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what, should I post this?
Yeah.
And I usually don't because I'm like, this... yeah, probably not. And some of my mom's friends, like teacher friends, follow me, and I'm like,
oh God.
Yeah, maybe this is probably not. And like, I used to babysit their kids or something. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, but that's, for me, I feel like nobody, or like not as many people that I know and like family is on TikTok, so I feel like I can kind of post like whatever there. It's kind of just my place for me to like let out all of the like things that I like
want to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a private, well, not really private, but like ranting session.
And it's like your TikToks don't just like go out to your followers, like it goes out to like whoever.
A whole different group of people.
Yeah, so it's fun.
I just really like Instagram because it's pictures. I really like taking pictures.
Yeah, true.
And I do like
Keep
Reels.
Instagram for pictures.
I know.
Sorry, Instagram.
Reels are great for growing. Pictures are great for staying organic.
Exactly.
And I like stories too because it's just like quick and
it's
easy.
It's like raw too. It's like right in the moment.
In the moment. And
wait, pause. I just need to say this because I feel like I'm getting worse. I'm like kind of sick right now. That's why I sound like this. Sorry, continue. Like just congested.
Oh yeah, Instagram stories are just like definitely more unfiltered. Like they can be, and you have like link clicks and like it's like easy to find things, you know?
Yeah, true.
So I do prefer Instagram for sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to like be more like have more of a platform on Instagram than any other.
Yeah.
Which I am gonna start YouTube though.
You really should. I feel like we talk about it all the time, but Reels, so like it's okay for anyone who doesn't know. I feel like everyone knows. Reels is like Instagram's version of TikTok. Basically. It's just like short form videos.
The idea.
Well, yeah, everyone had to compete with TikTok because, and same with YouTube Shorts, which
true.
I actually also like YouTube Shorts. Reels, like it's the same kind of thing where it doesn't just like push your videos out to like your followers, so it like kind of goes to anybody, and I feel like their algorithm for who they send their stuff out to is very bad because I get the most like ridiculous hate comments on Instagram Reels.
I do too.
Like the most just like violent, like not violent, but just like what in the world.
Also, Facebook Reels.
I'm not sure. Probably the same thing.
Yes, for me, like I also post mine on like my Facebook like page. So like on the Reels because you can also make money from that.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of hate on there, and people like actually like message me hate, like go out of their way.
That's insane.
TikTok is the nicest platform.
That's what I was gonna say, and I feel like it's because their algorithm is so good at sending like your stuff to people that like want to see it.
Yes.
Versus like people that are gonna be like, what is this?
Exactly, because I feel like most of the time Reels are really sent towards like
the
opposite people.
Yeah, but I'm like, maybe it's on purpose for more engagement or something.
Yeah, I actually let the hate comments go and like just let it be because it just pushes your video out more.
Exactly, it just makes it like blow up more. But then a comment still pop up and like I'll have my headphones in and Siri will like read my comments to me, so I'll just get notifications and it'll like read some ridiculous hate comment.
Wait, that would make me kind of sad. Like,
it kind of ruined my day. Yeah, but it does get kind of draining to look at.
I don't look at them.
I usually don't either, but I guess I should just turn the notification off. Because I never used to get hate comments. People would always ask me, like, oh my gosh, like, is it so hard to, like, get hate because you're a teen mom? And I'm like, I don't, like, I never really got that much. Even posting on YouTube, people that weren't interested in that didn't, like, watch my videos and comment, like, hate comments. On YouTube, more, like, you have to click a video to watch it. It's not like it just pops up.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? That's true.
Exactly.
They have to be interested in it to actually watch.
Exactly. I have gotten some.
We have gotten hate on YouTube Shorts on MYLFS Podcast.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, whoa. It's a bunch of, like, weird guys.
Most of my hate comments are from
guys.
Interesting.
There's a lot of benefits and, like, positive things that come from posting your life on social media.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Because
I could never complain. Like, it really isn't.
Yeah, it's honestly, like, given me a community.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so, like, safe and like connected to people because of social media. I've met people through social media that are the sweetest, most down to earth. I follow them in their journey of like being a mom.
When I think about all the people that I know that I can like relate to and like are also other like young moms and everything, most of those people I never would have known if it wasn't for
exactly because it's like out of state, like somebody across the whole United States.
Yeah, and honestly, people that I just like don't know what I would have done like without them in my life, like that are just like have been so important to my life that I never would have known if it wasn't for social media, which we've talked about before on here, like how much social media has helped us as people in very like quote unquote different situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it, like people like. I guess we have each other and, like, Delaney here, but, like, other than that, everyone's, like, far away. I have, like, a few other mom friends here and there, too.
Yeah, so
Eileen and...
It's gonna say, even Kayla, she's in New Jersey.
Yeah. But, like, and I never would have known Kayla if it wasn't for TikTok.
Exactly. Even, honestly, Lainey. She was the one who found me on TikTok and then messaged me on Instagram.
Right, so you never would have known her.
I never would have known her.
Unless you, like, ran into her somewhere.
And I probably wouldn't have, like, interacted.
Wait, do you ever see, like, other moms in public that look like they're young and want to be like, hey, like, with their kids?
I wish I had, like, the confidence to be like, hi, do you want to be friends? But, like...
Yeah, like, so should we plan a play date? I know we're at the grocery store, but...
I know, I would feel, like, so awkward because I'm like, I don't want to be rejected.
No. Okay, when I was a kid, if I ever was, like, in a place that there wasn't, like, a bunch of of kids, like, at a restaurant or, like, at the airport or something, and I saw another kid my age, I would always be like, oh, like, I want to go make friends with them.
I was the complete opposite.
I mean, I didn't always do it. Like, I would always be shy, but I would always, like, think about it. And I feel like I would end up, because I was an only child.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like I kind of had to go make friends. Or else I just have to hang out with adults all the time. It was kind of boring.
I definitely hung out with adults. I mean, I was an only child for 6-7 years.
True. Okay, same. It was, like, 9 for me. So, like, I guess we were.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Tyler's so much younger than you?
Yeah, Tyler's just turned 16.
True. I guess I feel like it's not that big of a gap, but...
Yeah, but he's a teenager, but then you look at Ava and it's like, shoo.
Yeah.
I've always been so shy. So I don't, like, initiate. And then when I do initiate, like, in relationships, it's always, it's just all fucked up.
Yeah. True.
It never works out.
I've never actually done that, by the way. Like, I don't just go up to moms in public and be like, hey.
Maybe we should.
Only one time, actually, at the park.
Really?
But our kids were playing, and I think she was like, I think we exchanged numbers. But we never met up.
Maybe we should start the trend.
Should we? Should we just, like, post up at the park and wait for, like, someone
to
come?
Yeah, be like, come join us. I actually, like, started taking social media more seriously because I had Sawyer, and I just really wanted to stay home with her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to put her in daycare. I wanted to literally just be with her 24/7.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, well, maybe, like, I was trying to explore other options, and I was like, okay, I could do real estate. But I was like, I've always loved social media.
Yeah.
Like, it's been, like, something that I've just always, like, geared towards.
Same, yeah.
Like, taking pictures, like, just, you know, like, being creative.
Honestly, not even, like, the social part of it. For me, more just the creative part of it.
Yeah,
like,
mine's,
the taking pictures, making videos. Like, I've always, like, loved editing little videos. And
finding different trends and sounds. Like, that's just always been, like, fun to me.
Yeah.
Even if it got 0 views, I was like, it's fun.
Yeah.
When I was 12.
Really?
Do you remember, like, it was probably, I was even younger, Video Star?
Oh, my God.
And the movie, like, Teen Beach Movie came out, and me and one of my friends literally made a whole parody, like, dance acting thing to this Teen Beach Movie sound just for fun.
Yeah, I feel like so many kids would do, like, I used to do that all the time. Like, I would just, when I got a phone and, like, learned that I could download iMovie on it and, like, make stuff.
Yes.
I would just go around, like, film myself, like, jumping on my trampoline and, like, playing in my yard and just, like, make weird music videos. That's honestly how I learned to edit on iMovie.
I would videos.
Like, it's embarrassing. I really hope those aren't just out somewhere, like, in the cloud of the internet.
I would videos, like, me and my little brother, like, if it was somebody's birthday, like, video a whole, like, happy birthday singing song with dance moves and, like, edit transition.
Embarrassing. It's funny.
But, like, it is embarrassing. But I was like, that's kind of, like, where it all started with my love of, like, making videos and making content and stuff like that. And it's just, like, modernized. So I started it because I wanted to stay home with Sawyer. And I feel like I was lucky enough to build up somewhat of a platform that I'm, like, incredibly thankful for to make that happen. But I also do, like, I'm not gonna say I make, like, big bucks because I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't.
It's honestly hard to these days.
Yeah, like, you have to have a huge platform and like it's more difficult than people think, I feel like.
Definitely. And I feel like if I hadn't started before TikTok was a thing, like, I don't know if I would have made it to where I am because now TikTok has made it so that, like, way more people have been able to, like, grow platforms, like, super fast.
Like, Alex Earl literally, like,
blew up in
overnight.
a second. Yeah, and it's like,
which is actually well deserved. Like, she is, like,
so funny
and so relatable.
And before TikTok was a thing, it wasn't that easy to just become an influencer. And for I guess the way that I started was also, like, after I had Layla, it was more so that I had, like, I want to say a couple thousand followers on Instagram just from having, like, moved around a lot and going to, like, a bunch of different schools. And, like, I used to throw parties and stuff all the time, so a lot of people, like, knew me for that. So then when I ran away from home in Maryland and moved to Delaware with my aunt, and then kind of, like, disappeared off the internet after I got pregnant, and everybody was kind of like, where did Yasmyn go? And then I posted a picture with a baby, and everyone, like, freaked out. So then everyone was kind of asking, honestly, just, like, people that I knew, and, like, everyone from my old schools was, like, everyone was kind of wondering, like, what happened.
Everyone's
and I was
interested.
a single mom. So they're like, where's the dad? Like, what's going on? So I decided to, like, make a YouTube video that would just, like, explain the whole story.
So you only have to tell it basically, like, one time.
Yeah, which was more not for the purposes of me, like, making a YouTube channel, but more, just to share with a couple dozen followers that I had that were asking, like, what happened. And that video just blew up. after that, like I said, I liked making little videos. So I made like a 3-minute vlog of like a little trip we were on. And then after that, I just never stopped posting on YouTube. I was just like, I could do this. Like, I really like doing this.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just made videos all the time, which I already did anyway. Like, I was always already, like, taking pictures of Layla all the time. Like, when you're a mom and you have your first baby, I feel like
it's easy.
You're just obsessed with them.
Yeah, because you have so many, like, pictures and videos and, like...
Yeah.
Because you are obsessed with them. And you're like, I want to capture this moment. So
yeah, you can never have too many. You can never have too many.
Ever.
But, yeah, so... That's kind of how I started. And then it just honestly blew up really quickly because I was still in high school. So I was in just like a very unique situation. I was 16 or I guess 17 when Layla was born. It was the summer, but then I was like still going to school that fall. So everyone was just really curious like how I was like a young mom, but still going to high school and how that all was. So it just blew up really quickly.
Which is kind of amazing though. Because
it was.
Like you really grasp like everybody's interest so quickly.
Yeah. And I feel like it's one of those things like that a lot of people like try to keep quiet about. Like nobody wants to share. Like being pregnant as a teenager is like a shameful thing.
Yeah, there's that like stigma that.
Yeah, not to say that it's like a great thing. Like I wouldn't recommend it.
But I don't think it's something that you should shame.
Yeah, like if you're in that situation and you make the best of it and you want to share it, like. Good for you. And I feel like people get so offended by that.
Plus, I feel like it also, like, part of the reason why I started sharing was to help other people in a similar situation or situations that they could be in. Because I wish that I had somebody more to relate to when I was in my situation.
Exactly. That's what I was saying is, like, it used to be something that people were so, like, hush-hush about. Like, and so then, like, sharing about it, I feel like I was getting so many messages, like, right away from people, like, that were in similar situations and like didn't know what to do or were like afraid to share about it and like
I also feel like people really do dwell on this could be controversial.
What?
Like the negatives, I guess, of it. Like like being a mom and like stuff like that to be relatable. But then sometimes they forget to share the positives and like the happy moments.
Exactly, which is important because for anyone in a situation like ours,
you want to find the joy and like
exactly like make the best of your situation. And
that's just my fault. People could be like, well, you have to be relatable, which you obviously have to be real.
Well, not even that. People are like, don't glorify it and like you have to share the real like side of it, which is like true, but
I feel like you definitely there's like a point where you do have to be real and like be authentic and like not just be like, this is, you know,
so happy when it's not.
Little rainbows and sunshines. But, like, you do need to also share the happy and the great moments of being a mom and your life because, I mean, that's what people want to see, too. Like, and you want to share that to, you know, other people who are in your situation. Be like, there is a complete bright side of this situation.
Yeah.
And focus on that because, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of, like, I feel like what you have to do to survive. Like, if you're gonna dwell on, like, the hard parts of being a mom, like, you're never gonna be happy.
Exactly.
Which, like, is just what I had to do, because I could sit here and, like, list all of the reasons that being a mom is terrible and, like, difficult, but why would I do that when...
Plus, like, the good parts, like...
outweigh
the bad parts.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people always say, like, oh, you have, like, so many young followers that are impressionable and all this stuff. It's not our job to... make sure that your 12-year-olds are making good decisions. Sorry.
No,
sorry.
It's not.
It's not. So, like, if I feel like so many people just, like, think that
we have to
us posting about being young moms is going to make so many people become young moms, but that's not our job. Like, it's not our job. Like, obviously...
we're not going to sit here and be like, have a baby at this age, obviously.
Well, no, yeah. And also, it's just, like, as much as, like, yeah, we do want to share the bad parts, and we do, if you just, like, look at... like, say you just, like, look at my Instagram... the pictures are going to be, like, oh, like, the fun pictures that I take with my kids and not me, like, having a mental breakdown because my kids were, like, making me overstimulated all day or, like, you know, whatever random example. Like, I'm not going to be taking pictures and videos of that.
No.
And I do. Like, I'll take videos and, like, post about, like, times that are really hard.
But that's the part where you are being authentic.
Yes.
And you have to share both sides.
Yes. But when you look at it, like, as a whole, like, it all looks pretty positive.
Yes.
So I feel like that's why people say, like, oh, you could be influencing these people to...
yeah, I hate...
be teen moms, and I'm just like, okay, that's like a you problem. If you're gonna,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I hate when people literally will say that, oh, you're glorifying being a young mom, you're glorifying being a young single mom. Like, okay, this is my thought process. Especially when you're pregnant. Like, and you're sharing that you're pregnant and, like, your journey of having your baby and stuff. it drives me insane because I'm like, okay, what about that 30-year-old mom that's pregnant and sharing her journey?
Right.
Why does that make
why
me
is she
different?
allowed to and you're not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And plus, like, just because we had our kids younger and we're pregnant younger, I would never want to look back and be like, I didn't take those pictures. I didn't have those videos. Like,
which I did regret so much when I was pregnant with Layla. There's like not very many pictures of me pregnant, and I'm like, dang, I should have documented that because I like love having all of the pictures and videos of my pregnancy with my other kids.
Yeah, same. I was always excited to like be a mom and have a baby and like experience pregnancy, and I wasn't gonna let anything or anyone like get in the way of me taking those pictures and documenting those moments because I know I would want to look back on those like when I'm younger and show Sawyer.
Exactly.
So, I don't know, that's my thoughts on it.
I feel like another reason that I feel like a lot of young people, or like I guess people our age that like wouldn't necessarily have kids right now, like watching us is because so many girls, I feel like, okay, not every, but like so many girls like in high school go through like the pregnancy scares and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like for so many people it's probably just really interesting to like see an example of like what could have been their life.
Or what could be their life.
In a good way and a bad way.
Yeah.
Really like, oh, I wouldn't want to be doing that, but it's like really interesting to see like what I could have done if that did happen to me.
No, true. I didn't even think about that, honestly.
Yeah, because I always wonder, I'm like, why are so many young girls interested? Like, do all these like younger girls, like when I was like 17, like do all these like other high schoolers like want to have babies and that's why they're watching me? But like
I watched you when you like started YouTube.
But were you just curious about my life or did you want to have a baby?
No, I was just curious about your life. You know what I mean? I was like,
because it's like a rare situation. I feel like a lot of people could have been in that situation. So
what is she gonna do? Like, what's her situation? You just honestly, I was just nosy. So like, I wanted to know.
True.
And like, I knew of you, and you were from like my hometown, so I was like, now I'm really nosy. Yeah, I'm like, who, what, when, where? Like, what?
Yeah, I feel like that's natural. Like, it's okay to be nosy.
Oh, yeah, I'm so nosy.
It's normal. No, I'm so nosy, too. Everyone wants to know. Like, people are like, oh, like, don't gossip. Drama's bad.
But I'm like, okay,
come on.
tell
we
me.
all want to know. Mom talk. Like, everyone wants to know.
Oh, for sure. And I hate when people are like, hush, hush. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
That's not how it works around here. Yeah. Now, will I be the one to gossip? No, but someone else gossiping to me?
Yes, please
absolutely.
Do. Yeah.
Like, when you are pregnant young, like, you're also allowed to enjoy being pregnant and having a baby. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people are like, you should not enjoy this. But, like...
Right, like, people, like, even just being mad about us sharing it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you share this?
You have a right...
This isn't a flex. I'm like, I'm not trying...
It's not a flex,
but,
like...
It's just, like, is what it is.
This is my life.
And honestly, it is a flex to, like, have been in a situation that's not at all ideal and, like, still been able to make something good out of it.
Absolutely.
That is a flex.
It is. It's a huge flex.
Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't be, like, forced to hide in the shadows because you made a mistake, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say, like, a mistake, but it's just, like...
Yeah.
You know?
True, yeah, I guess it sounds bad, mean
like,
to our kids.
What did my mom say? Because when she's, like, she wasn't swear, she wasn't a mistake, she was a surprise.
A surprise, yeah.
You know, so, like...
Yeah, because because things didn't go as planned doesn't mean we should have to hide away.
No, absolutely not. Like, you do have a right to be happy about your situation in life. Like, don't let somebody make you feel negatively about it, especially if it's like on social media. They probably don't even know you, and if they are looking at you and commenting, then like obviously they're invested. As much as they say they aren't. Yeah, they are, because they're nosy.
We should read some hate comments.
Oh, I think so. And like rate them.
When I first started sharing my life on YouTube with Layla and everything, because it blew up so quickly, I like was able to start making money from YouTube like a few months after I made the channel, which is like pretty rare to be able to make money from YouTube that quick.
It's very fast paced.
Yeah. It wasn't like a lot at first, but it like grew pretty quickly to the point, and then I started like getting brand deals to the point that after, I want to say like it was about 6 months, not even, that I like was making a comfortable enough amount of money to move out and get my own place, which was very rare, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I was able to make money working from home. I was living with my aunt at the time when I like
18?
17? Well, yeah, so I was 17 when I started, and then when I turned 18, like right when I turned 18, it was like kind of perfect timing that I had just started making enough money from like YouTube and brand deals that I like could move out and I also turned 18, so then I could start renting. I did have to have my grandma co-sign for me because I didn't, like, have credit or anything yet.
Yeah.
To, like, rent a place. So that was, like, I kind of feel like I jumped into adulthood.
Most people, like, even our age, do have to have someone co-sign.
Yeah.
Because that's our age.
Yeah. So I kind of just, like, jumped into everything really fast. Like, thinking back on it, I'm like, wow, like, I was so young and had no clue what I was getting into. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to rent a house. Like, it was kind of wild. But I guess, like, a lot of people kind of start doing that, like, going into college and stuff.
Yeah, you just had, like, a little bit of a twist.
Yeah. And I kind of was just like, Logan, like, you're moving in with me.
just force him in.
Kind of. And he moved in with me. And honestly, that was, like, really fun because I was just living my best life. Like, I was, like, I ended up finishing high school, like, mostly online. So I stopped going in to school. And I just, like, was at home with Layla, like, making fun videos. And then, like, had my own place where, like, all my friends would come hang out. I'm just, like, really grateful that I got to have that experience, and, like, literally just because of YouTube. Like,
yeah, that is amazing that one platform
video. Yeah,
and one video, like, made you blow up so quickly and, like, we're able to do all that. Like, really big adult things.
Right. It's crazy. And honestly, like, the hardest part for me about, like, being a young mom was, like, that I knew I couldn't do it on my own. Like, I had to have financial support from my family, which I just, like, hated having to do. And it's, like, hard, but I mean, obviously they were so willing to, like, help and everything. Yeah. So being able to do that on my own, I felt really lucky because not very many people in my situation, like, are able to do that.
I do want to clear this up because one of my reels, like, blew up, and I don't even know where they got this. All the comments were like, you can't support your child. Like, basically bashing me, like, supporting me and Sawyer. Like, my parents do it.
Yeah.
All this stuff. And I'm like, how my parents raised Sawyer.
Yeah. I feel like that's a common assumption for young moms. Yeah. Always like, oh, your parents just raised your kid.
I'm like...
People even comment that about me. I'm like, I don't even have parents, but... Okay, sorry.
But I was like, what? Like, no. Like, I live in my parents' house.
Yeah.
So, like, and I've said this too, like, the utility bills, like, the mortgage, like, I don't pay that.
Yeah.
Which is super helpful, and that's, like, part of how they do help me.
Yeah.
You know, it's because I'm able to save money, and I just, like, pay me and Sawyer's bills and, like, monthly stuff that I do, but, like, you know, like, diapers and wipes and, like, toy, you know, all the normal necessities. Like, guys, that is me.
Yeah.
Like, my parents don't raise her. No. We live there, but I'm her parent.
Yeah.
Like, they go to work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like people always just assume that that's the case.
Yeah, I think that's kind of ridiculous. So I definitely wanted to mention that. Like, I am financially responsible for her. Yeah. And myself. My parents don't raise her.
Exactly. And I feel like any parent, not any parent, because I guess it's not the same for all people, but, like, if my kid, like, down the line, like, ended up having a kid really young and was a single mom, like, they would 100% live with me. Yeah. Like, I would never, like, I don't know.
Why would I try to get my own place and, like, struggle when my parents have offered to, like, for me to stay at their house and, you know, save up a good amount of money for me and Sawyer's future? I just want to throw that out there. Yeah. Clear up any, like, old man haters on my Instagram reels.
Yeah, seriously.
That I raise her and am financially responsible for her. Thank you, social media.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I don't make, like, definitely don't make anything close to you. Yeah, but like, I make a decent amount to sustain me and Sawyer's living. Yeah. Rant over.
For me, I think the big thing on social media, like, I kind of was able to make some money off of it right away. But the big thing for me was when I started getting brand deals and I would kind of, like, negotiate them myself, and I didn't know, like, what to charge, because that's something that's, like, difficult to know when you first get into it. And there was some websites that would show, like, what sponsorships are worth on your platform and everything. Then I got an email from, like, a management company. So I signed with a management company back when I was pregnant with Anna, so, like, end of 2019. And that has just been, like, game changer for me, because they, like, help negotiate all of our brand deals and, like, bring in our brand deals and, like, have literally just changed everything for me. And as, like, a mom of now 3 kids, like, I don't have that much time. Like, I'm so busy all the time.
Having a management team, like, respond to emails and do all that is, like, frees up so much more of your time.
Yeah, seriously.
So you don't have to do that. You just focus on the content of it.
Exactly.
Not
and
the
then
business
also,
side.
Exactly. And then also you can just have more time in general for, like, for us, like, for our kids. Yeah. Which, yeah, I'm, like, seriously, like, select. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Yeah, I seriously don't know what I would have done. But that just made it. And they actually were also, like, you're worth so much more than you're charging. So Yeah.
Which you would be surprised. Like,
Yeah.
some people, when you first start, like me specifically, I was like, $50.
Right. Like, at first I would just, like, do it for free products. Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's how
send
I
me something
started
for free.
too.
Like, heck yeah.
And then when someone, like, would offer a paid collab, I'd be like, well, what's your rates? And I was like, I don't know, 50?
Yeah,
like,
50 bucks.
And they were like, sold.
Yeah, and you're like, that was easy. Also, I just want to say, like, I turn down brand deals all the time if it's, like, a brand that I wouldn't actually want to, like, share with you guys.
Or if I don't, like them or, like, believe in them or wouldn't buy from them.
Yeah, if I don't like the product or the company, then I don't. Like,
I turn them down.
I basically ended, like, one of our biggest deals because, like, the company was, like, really difficult.
Really? Wait, which one? Oh, I remember that
I can't even talk about it. But, yeah, it was, like, sometimes the communicating with brands part is, like, really difficult, even with the management team. So I just want to put that out there because I don't ever want people, like, I feel like people see ads on, like, influencers' pages and are like, oh, it's fake.
Yeah, where it's most influencers do, like...
Yeah, actually just promote brands they like.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, and it's just, like, a blessing that we get to do that and get paid for it and support our kids, and, like, that's fun.
It is.
Very lucky. But it is also a lot of work. It is, like... and I have people come and be like, go get a real job.
Yes.
I'm like, this is more
gosh.
work. Like, this is just as much work as a real job. And it's the same as, like, it's, like, advertisement.
It's time-consuming.
Yeah.
Like, creating the content, editing the content, promoting it, because you have to, like, also send for approvals.
Oh, yeah, for,
and
like,
then,
brands and stuff.
Yeah, for brand deals. And then they'll come back with edits, and sometimes you might even have to redo the video if it's something you can't edit in or edit out. Oh, no, that's happened to me. I put so much work into brand deals. I feel like a lot of my time has gone into that. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, let me just film a quick video and post it. Like, there is more of a business side to it.
Exactly. And it's almost the same thing as, like, would you say that, like, actors in TV shows don't have real jobs? No. Obviously those are real jobs, and then there's commercials. So it's, like, it's literally the same exact...
It's marketing.
Concept, yeah.
Advertisement, marketing.
Yeah.
It's basically, like, a modernized commercial at this point.
Basically,
like, who watches commercials?
Yeah. Come on, who watches TV these days?
Yeah, honestly.
It's become a way bigger industry. Oh, yeah, so getting into that, I signed with my management company, and then I want to say, like, end of 2019, I feel like TikTok started to, like, really blow up.
It did.
And I, at first, was like, no, I'm not doing that. I hate that.
I did
Absolutely
too.
Not. But then Logan was always like, Yasmyn, this is so fun. And would, like, I would scroll on TikTok with him, and he'd be like, oh, I know you enjoy this. Just download it. I was like, no, I won't do it. But then I finally did it and made TikToks with, like, Layla and stuff.
I thought it was so childish. I was like, I'm never going to download TikTok. It's so cringy.
Yeah, I was like, look at these people just doing these silly little dumb dances. Like, you guys look so stupid.
And then next month, I was doing those silly little dumb dances.
Damn. So then TikTok became a thing. We moved to Hawaii. And basically, we've just been doing it since then. And, like, Logan living with me, like, he does all of the behind-the-scenes of stuff with me.
Like, the researching. Because you do have to stay on top of trends and the changing algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, different platforms, the algorithm is changing constantly. Like, what's going to be pushed out, what's not going to be pushed out, hashtags, like...
Yeah.
Reels, staying consistent is a huge thing.
Honestly, it's one of those things that's important, but I neglect a lot because I'm just like, I don't really care about that. I just, like, want to make the content I want to make. But you can't, like, as a, like, influencer, like, creator, you do have to follow that stuff.
Plus, I feel like you do have a big platform on there, so, like, you know what I mean? You already have something to go back on.
True.
I still have, like, a little tiny... little community.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm constantly, like, trying to figure out ways that I can...
How can you find more people that, like, are looking for what you put out there?
To, like, grow and to be a part of my community and, you know, still be organic and real and authentic. I'm still trying to make a presence, I guess you could say.
Also, signing with the management company, at least for me, turned everything, like, took so much of the stress of, like you were saying, the business side off of things, but, like, there's so much more, like, than people even know about, like, accounting and, like, attorneys and contracts and stuff that I was, like, literally a 17-year-old child that I was like, what does this mean?
I was just, like, signing contracts for a management team, and I really didn't read them.
Same. And my friends pointed out to me, they were like, you don't even know what you're signing. And I was like, I mean, I read it. I didn't really know what it meant, but...
Yeah, I didn't even read it. I'd just be like, sign.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Exactly.
What could have came of that. But...
Yeah, but there's a lot more that goes into it that, like, my management team kind of helped me with so much. So how did your family feel about, and just, like, friends and stuff feel about you starting on social media?
I feel like it's like they aren't used to that. Yeah. So they're like, what? They just kind of looked at me weird, like, that's not
a job.
Not a job.
Yeah.
Like, my mom was very supportive because she, like, you know, she's on social media and she's like, oh, yeah, like, pursue your dreams. But, like, my dad, he's a 50-some-year-old man who's, like, done construction and, like, labored work. And he's like, how do you make a living off of that?
Yeah.
And
yeah, sure. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just like, what?
They're confused about it. They're just, like, kind of confused. And then my grandparents, of course, are like, what? Like, how do you make a living? Like, isn't that... like, you can't make money off social media, like, stuff like that. So I really had to explain to them, like, the way it works and, like, how kind of, like, show them too, like, I was making money from it.
Yeah.
Be like, look, I got this and this and this to, like, actually physically show them that this was possible. So
same. I feel like so when I first started, my grandma was like, my bank account was like connected to hers. So I feel like it was pretty easy for her because she just saw me getting paid and she was like, what? So, yeah, and same with, I feel like my aunt and uncle that I lived with were also probably a little bit skeptical. They were like, is this really going to make her money? And then I was like I remember telling them for the first time and being like, I made this much money this month from YouTube. And I feel like my uncle was like proud for a second and I was like, yes.
Everybody has a different path in life and if they choose to do that as their path or that's their dream job, don't shit on them, like, support them, be like, you got it, like, what can I do to help? Any engagement is, like, liking, commenting, like, sharing is always, like, that's how you help, you know, like, a creator or an influencer.
I feel like anyone who follows me and has watched my YouTube channel and everything, like, for a long time knows, like, how much work actually goes into it, and we've talked about that. It is, like, a lot of work, but, another big thing about it is, like, the mental toll that it can take on you, because when it is your job, like, nobody makes the rules. Like, nobody sets the rules for, like, how much you share or what you share or what your hours are and, like, the boundaries. So you have to make those rules yourself. And especially as a mom, like, you just have to, like, create those boundaries, like, for yourself, for your family. And I feel like that's been one of the things that I struggle with a lot is, like, when do I stop working? Like, yeah, I can be like, okay, I'm just, like, gonna edit this video and do this and that. But then it just, like, blends into my everyday life. And then I'm just always, like, oh, I have to edit this, I have to make this, like, and I feel like I'm a very, like, hardworking person, and I'm also, like, a little bit of a perfectionist, and I, like, can obsess over
and it's also on your phone or on your laptop.
Exactly, so it's always right there.
Always there.
So then I find myself just kind of, like, overworking myself and then just, like, wanting to ignore it for a long time, if that makes sense.
So you, like, go in phases.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard because you have to be really good at, like, making a schedule for yourself and and also, like, setting those boundaries with what you share when you are sharing your life to the world, which is, like, in my opinion, like, for myself, that's something that I don't really care that much about because I'm, like, I don't know, I'm an open book, so I'm just, like, cool with it. But for, like, your kids, like, I feel like that's something you have to, like, for me at least, I have, like, shared a lot of, like, my life with my kids, like, as babies, but now that Layla and now Anna are older, I, like, have been trying to steer away from sharing, like, their private life. Like, we obviously still make fun little family vlogs, and they're in them, and I'm in my pictures and TikToks. Layla loves making TikToks. She asks all the time. She wants to make makeup tutorials on TikTok. Did you see that video?
Yes, I need her to do my makeup.
Yes, I feel like that would be so cute if we let her, like, do our makeup. But yeah, so she has fun with it and loves it, but I would never share anything that I think is, like, too much of her private life or something that she would one day, like, in the future maybe be, like, embarrassed of.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like that's a good balance, too, because there is, like, a huge controversial topic of, like, sharing your kids on social media.
Yeah, apparently. And what is really, like, exploiting your kids? Like, at what point is it? And I feel like I've seen a lot of pages and families and where I'm like, that is, like, I feel like a little bit past the line, across the line.
I feel like you do a very good job of, you know, your channel is Yasmyn Switzer.
Yeah.
And family rather than here's my kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So, and I try to, like, steer away from, like, sharing too much of Sawyer for the same reasons.
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to, like, or people would be like, you're exploiting her or you're using her. Yeah. You know, because I would never want to do that as a mom. So that's always in the back of my head is, like, what's too much? What's, you know, like, the line of sharing too much about her or just in general, you know?
But at the end of the day, also, it is, like doing what we do has made us able to support our kids and also get to be home with them, which is, like, not all kids get to have that. And especially in our situation as, like, single moms. Like, back when it was just me and Layla. And, like, obviously I was dating Logan. Like...
It's hard, too, because, like, if I do a day in a life, like, it is me and Sawyer.
Yeah.
So, like, basically my life is Sawyer.
Yeah.
Like, she is my life.
Yeah.
So, my videos do have her in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not gonna exploit her or use her like some people have done.
Yeah.
On TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely seen questionable things that I'm like, I wouldn't personally do that with my kid, but also everybody has their own
preference.
Yeah, like boundaries of like what they would want to share.
So,
okay, speaking of hate comments, we're gonna rate each other's. Oh wait, are we rating each other's?
I feel like we can write them together.
Okay. I actually did a whole video on YouTube of this. I get the most hate comments, like I said, on Reels. What the fuck is that in the background? The head jobber 10,000. My fan. It's like not a hate comment, it's just funny. Here, my first one. This one actually isn't that bad. It's on a video I posted on Instagram, like talking about how Logan, my fiance, like threw up when he found out I was pregnant with Millie, my third baby. Fun times. But, and now... Look at them. Like, Millie's obsessed with him and he's obsessed with her. So,
yeah, she's such a daddy's girl.
Yeah, but the comment is, yikes. Can't imagine popping out 3 kids for a man without even being married. I guess I don't really know what to say to that. I guess rate, like, what are we rating based off of? Like 10 for, like, super mean?
Yeah,
like...
10 for super mean.
Okay, I'll give that, like, a 7. Because it's, like, true, yeah. Like, I guess being married is good, but also marriage isn't everything. It's just kind of like a piece
I would
of paper.
give it, like, a 6. Yeah. Like, you could definitely go a little harder with it.
Yeah.
You know, a little more
and,
creativity.
And, like, yikes is just kind of like, yikes. Anyway, and it's, like, so old-fashioned. Like, come on, we don't have to be married to have kids. Like, yes, it is obviously, like, ideal to be in a stable relationship, but, like, me and Logan are married and obviously, like...
Yeah, but you also have a house together.
Stable, like, household and family.
Stable family.
Yeah.
Here's mine. You're not a digital creator. You don't create shit but bad decisions. You're 21 and have a kid, and now you want people to make you viral for that. Fuck yourself, child. Learn to make better decisions based off of thinking, not what you want to do, like getting fucked with no protection. Do the world a favor. Give the kid up for adoption because you're not fit to be an adult, let alone even remotely a decent mother.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a lot. Oh, that's a DM.
This is a personal...
That was a DM, not even a comment. Yeah. That was like, they really wanted Madison to see that personally. Yeah. Oh my god. And this is, okay, can we give the name, please?
Aaron Terbeek. AARONTERBEEK.
Thank you, Aaron, for that one.
Honestly, for me, this was 10.
Yeah, that's a 10. Like, that was, like, a lot of effort. It's, like, a paragraph. It's
an
essay. 10 out of 10 for effort. And, yeah.
He really went into, like, all aspects.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, 10 out of 10 for, like, being thorough.
Yep.
And covering all the bases.
He did have semi-punctuation, you know.
That's good.
And capital letters, so.
Okay, nice. I feel like I hate when there's a hate comment and it's, like, all, like, misspelled and like that. I'm like, you just sound stupid. Damn, that was, like, really bad compared to the ones I saved, but I've gotten some really bad ones, but that was something else. Wow, okay, so overall, we'll give him a 10 out of 10. Here's my next one. It's from 80s Baby Wannabe on Instagram. It's so fucking tired of seeing teen moms all over social media. This shit is not cool at all. I feel like that's, like, not that bad, but it's kind of just, like...
Yeah, why are you shitting on teen moms?
Yeah, and it's like, why? Like we were just saying, like, why do we have to, like, hide in the dark? Like, obviously we don't think it's cool. We're still gonna, like, live our lives.
Exactly, you have to make the best out of everything.
I'm giving that also a 7 out of 10, because...
Yeah, like, I'll give that a 6.
Yeah.
He could have, or she could have used some more effort
something
into
more exciting, yeah.
Make it more creative.
Exactly.
Next one is by laying_eggs.
Interesting.
Okay. No one is jealous of you. Chill. The commenter spoke the truth. Glorifying having kids too young is just this, glamorizing. Not a glamorizing thing. Not everything is fit for a parent not everyone is fit for a parent in the first place, and being very young makes it even worse. The fact that you are calling such a comment mean just shows how unexperienced in life you are and very selfish. Being a young parent has ruined so many lives of both parents and children. You, however, have not seen nothing of this world. You even find it amusing and mean when someone speaks out for these people. Immature and selfish.
I feel like I'm going to give it an 8.
I think it sounds knowledgeable. He hit some good topics.
He did. He hit some good points. I don't know what to give that. I'm just going to give it an 8. I feel like it's just giving an 8.
I'll give it a 7. I mean, he could have definitely gone at me a little harder.
Yeah.
If I want to read hate comments, I want them to be at least decent. Like, make me feel some type of way.
Yeah, I just want to feel something. Like, okay, here's one. I like this one. This was on a video of me basically saying, like, explaining, like, a time that my ex-baby daddy wanted to, like, bring a girl to see my daughter after he, like, hadn't seen her for, like, years.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, can I come and can I bring my girlfriend? And
no.
Yeah, so I said no, obviously, because I think I explained that in a video or in one of these episodes. So yeah, so they said, really fucking weird if you ask me. Why is a mother who's supposedly over it and has a new man who stepped up to be the father of a kid, stepped in quotations, up to be the father of a kid that's not even his, being so resentful and childish to an ex? This lady has said herself, this lady being me, has said herself she never had a dad, yet made all the wrong mistakes and became a single parent herself. The only explanation is she hasn't moved on from the man who was her first everything. And the fact that all you other people in this section defend this is atrocious. She has a whole new family. Why the hell is she being so childish with the ex? Is the new dick and new kids not up to par?
Oh my
Weird
God.
AF, definitely needs some sort of therapist. I feel like that might have been my baby daddy. Like, now that I'm reading that, I'm like, that was probably him or one of his friends.
His friends?
Like, come on, like, right?
Jeez, that was a whole essay.
Yeah, and they were, like, really defending him so hard. I'm like, maybe that really was somebody he knows.
Oh my God.
Probably not. Anyway, so since he started with, or they, I don't know.
That for me, that's a good 9.
Yeah, like, that's pretty
That's
intense.
a good 9-10.
They started with, really fucking weird if you ask me, so I responded to that one. I never respond to hate comments, but I responded, no one asked you. But yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah, I guess a 9 because, like, they really went into detail with all of the, like, the caps, like, why is a mother, in all caps, who's supposedly over it, has a new man, all caps, who stepped, in quotations, up to be the father. Like,
that's
really
the part that I'm like, why are you, like, shitting on someone who's literally stepped up to be
yeah,
father?
like, what makes you say, like, quote-unquote stepped? Like, who, why, like...
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
No, that's a good 9.
Yeah, good 9. They really went hard here. And they even ended it with that I need a therapist, which I was like, damn, I do need a therapist.
This is my weekly therapy. The next one that I have, it's shorter, guys. The fact that you are a promiscuous whore is established. Now let's debate about the price.
Wait, read it again?
The fact that you are a promiscuous whore is established. Now let's debate about the price.
Oh my God. Okay, that is like...
He sounds like he wants me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, creepy. Like, that's very creepy.
Yeah, I was like, dang. Like,
ew, that's, like, actually gives me, like, creeps.
Yeah.
Him being, like, the price.
It's, like,
Ew.
I don't understand. Like, just because I had a baby, it makes me a whore.
Exactly. Like, seriously, I've only had sex, like, 3 times ever, and I just happen to get pregnant all the time. So it's, like, I'm not a whore. I just, like, had sex
happens.
only 3 times.
Only 3.
I'm sure Sawyer was when you lost your virginity, right? It was the one time, right?
For sure. Just,
Yeah.
She was the first time.
Miracle baby.
I'm the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. But we're whores, I guess.
We are. I'm the whoriest whore you'll ever meet.
Okay, I feel like that's enough hate comments. I can't find anymore. They really go hard on us.
They do. But it's really, honestly, like, it's in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. And honestly, like, yeah, it's just kind of, like, you expect it, like, going into, like, when you share your life and you have a life that's very uncommon and different than others, like, you're going to get comments about it. Honestly, anytime you make any type of, like what I said, like, mistake, things don't go as planned, people are going to judge you, because if we didn't have our kids, people would have judged us. You know? Like we've talked about, so.
Yeah, it's just normal. You just have to, like, let it go.
Yeah.
No, and, like, don't even respond, except when you want to
Sometimes
be, like,
when it's funny, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite is when people, like, argue with each other in the hate comments.
Great. I love when people do, like, who actually, like stand up for me, comment, and have, like, a whole discussion about it, because I'm like, thank you.
It definitely makes you feel better, yeah.
I appreciate it. Where do you want your career to go with the whole social media influencing? What's your next steps?
So, I honestly just, like, love doing what we do, so I want to continue with that, and like I said, just kind of branch out. Like, I have so many ideas for other, like, businesses that I want to start, and yeah, so just kind of branch out from there. And other than that, I would also love to get more into music. Like, if I could somehow actually make a career out of music, I would love to do that, because it's something that I, like, really enjoy doing.
You're very good at it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you?
I definitely want to keep like pursuing influencing in like social media, content creating, keep growing my platforms and creating like organic content and making my community whole.
Yes, same.
And plus I really want to keep going with podcasts and like making it even bigger and like keep growing.
Yeah, same. I love doing this podcast. It's so fun and just like, yeah, I love it.
I just want to, keep growing.
Exactly. And also for me, like, as we're just continuing like doing what we do, I want to keep also like continuing to like research and like study just the business side of things. I would love to even just like start a business here in Delaware because it's a great place to do it, and I have like a lot of ideas on that because we work from home. Like Logan and I both are able to work from home, and now we have help too. We have like a babysitter a few days a week now, so we have a little bit more free time to like be able to kind of do that stuff together.
Yeah, which will be nice.
Yeah. So
good one-on-one time for you guys too.
Exactly.
I do want to also finish my real estate license.
Yeah. And also, I want to get more into, like, I have some plans, hopefully, for this year, but get more into, like, being more involved in the community. And, like, I've worked with so many different, like, nonprofits, but, like, I want to do kind of more of that this next year. Like, I think I might be doing something with Surfrider, like a beach cleanup sort of thing this year.
Yay.
Not, like, solid yet, but something.
In the works?
Yes. So yeah, fun. I want to kind of do more of that to just like give back more. Thank you guys so much for all of your support all the time. We love you all.
Yeah, we
are
so thankful for you guys.
Yeah.
And literally would not be here without you.
Exactly.
I think that wraps up our video.
Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode.
Every Mondays we have videos going up at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so stay tuned for that.
And check out all of our links and socials down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All right.
Bye.